Hello everyone, today I'm going to be heading out to a big box store near us, about 20 minutes away from here, and I want to grab a few plants to decorate the house with. We have switched around 2 rooms in the house, and now I feel like I need to decorate that space. It just seems so empty, and I have a few things that I want to get today. I won't be filming when I get there, but I'll show you the plants after we come back, and I'll show you the space and I'll talk a little bit about it. I also want to see if I can find a light, because right now that space has a chandelier in it and it's really low and we keep banging our heads against it, and that's not fun. So I want to see if I can find a light and that's beautiful and fits that space. If I can't find one, I might have to look online. But there are a few things that need to happen in that room. There's some wall painting that needs to be done, and I think I'll talk about it when I get back home. I'll show you guys the room and I'll talk about it. So let's go ahead, head on to the big box store and get those plants. Okay, so I might have went a little bit plant crazy, but I really feel like the house needs more plants. I feel like I don't have enough plants, and over here, the first thing you saw on the table was a fake plant, because this area doesn't get a lot of sunlight, and I was kind of struggling in growing plants in here, but I still got plants for this area, and I have some thoughts on how I'm going to fix that problem. First, let me show you this room a little bit to kind of give you an idea about what my plans are, and then we'll get to the plants. So this room actually used to be our dining room and our homeschooling room area, and I just put a couple couches in here that were in the living room, moved them to here. They're really big and bulky, and they're old, so we have some slip covers on them. This mirror over here is going to be moving to over the table over the shelf that I used to have over here, and I'm going to be getting a different mirror for this area, maybe more of an elongated mirror, and putting a couple decorative pictures right here. Right now I have my daughter's picture right there, my oldest, so cute. And I have the fiddle leaf fig in this corner right here. I'm going to be eventually sanding this chalkboard wall and repainting it. I believe I have the same color still in the garage, and it probably is still good, and that wall needs a little bit touch up. It got scuffed a little bit right here, so I need to plaster it and paint it. Last year I was doing a little bit of reading on whether you can reuse paint if it's been sitting in its paint can for a long time, and a lot of people were saying that you can. You just have to stir it really well, as long as it hasn't been open for a long time. If it has been closed this whole time and you're not opening it and closing it, then it should be fine. You just have to stir it vigorously and stir it really well to mix up that paint again. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know when I'll get to the painting, because all these walls have to be painted because they all have marks, you know, kids and such. So let's go ahead and get to the plants right now and show you what I got, and then I'll show you where I'm going to be putting them. First, we'll talk about the elephant in the room. I don't know if this lighting is okay. I don't have my lights on right now because I'm trying to hurry before my little one wakes up. So the first plant that I have right here is, this one doesn't have the name. I want to make sure to give you the name. That one did not have the name on it. Let's see if this one does. It's called the Kamidora Cat Palm. Never heard of that. I believe these are just ornamental palms. They don't produce any fruits. I don't think so. I've seen these a lot and I've wanted to get them for a long time, but I didn't feel like I had the space for them the way how the house was oriented, and now I feel like I do. And I think they're going to fit this space nicely. Since it's in the palm family, it probably is not going to like a lot of water. So I have to kind of watch out on how I water it. I've never had these plants before, so we'll see how I do with taking care of them. I'll have to do some research on them and see how to care for them, what their needs are and all. I can only imagine that they're going to be super easy to care for. Bright light. So for light requirement, it just says that it requires bright light. The tag doesn't really give that much information. It's very vague, so I'll have to do a lot of research on all of these plants that I got, except a few of them, because I kind of know how to care for those. I have a sort of a common knowledge on palms, and I'm assuming this would be the same thing. And I thought if I want to in the summer, I could put these palms outside, maybe on the front stairs. That would look nice. We'll see what I do. I might not want to sacrifice them from being indoors. I don't know. Right. Move this beast out of the way. I also got this snake plant, and the reason why I got this is because I was thinking if this area over here doesn't get a lot of light, or the other area that I have in the house, then I could put this snake plant in it. We'll see. It depends, and it provides some tall structure, and it has a beautiful variegation. Hi, sweetie. Can I kiss you? Did you wake up? Yeah. I love you. And it has beautiful variegation with a yellow variegation around the outer rim of the leaves. You can see it, it's so pretty. And the pot that it came in, also the decorative pot, is really nice. It doesn't have a hole in it. There's a plastic pot on the inside of this outer pot. The next plant is Rex Begonia. I thought since this room is going to have a lot of green, I need to provide it with some flowering, or kind of either pink or like a purplish color. This one, I don't know if it makes any flowers. If it does, its flowers are probably going to be very small, but I mainly got it for the foliage. I thought even when I don't have any flowers, it's going to still look beautiful because of the color of the foliage in here, and it's going to provide a beautiful texture to this room and a beautiful color. So let me bring it a little closer. Look at these leaves. It's kind of tattered a little bit, but that's kind of what you can expect from buying plants from the big box stores. They do have a lot of beautiful plants, but I feel like the care isn't as amazing as when you would get it from a nursery. Oh, I did not notice. It has this kind of a greenish, silvery tint to it around the outer rim of the leaves. Very beautiful. For this begonia, it requires medium light, and it says to water when the soil feels dry. All right. Not very complicated. So this Rex Begonia requires medium light, and I have the perfect spot for it. I will have to take it out of this hanging basket, of course, and put it in a beautiful pot, probably a terracotta pot, because I love the look of terracotta pots, and I love the I don't know, they're just they have this kind of ancient look to them, and they provide beautiful texture and color. Even though I don't like orange, for some reason I like the color of terracotta pots. And then when you fertilize your plants, it also gives it this kind of what's the word, aged, it gives it some character, if you know what I mean. Oh, I didn't mention, I got 2 of these, what is it called again? Whoop. What's it called? This is a hard name. Kamidora cat palm. So yeah. So I got 2 of these Kamidora cat plants. I forgot to mention that. Oh, and I'm putting dirt everywhere in this room. It's okay. I'll have to clean up again. For the last plant, I'm a total sucker for orchids. I love orchids, and every time I see them in the store, I just want to grab them all. But I stop myself from doing that because it's really hard to get orchids to bloom again, at least for me. So I'm going to try my best to get this orchid to bloom, and it has a beautiful ultraviolet bluish purple color. No! No. I knocked one of the flowers off.
What? Can I smell? Can both smell also?
Yes, sweetie.
What happened?
I broke one of the flowers.
Why? Why did you?
By accident. Right, so the leaves are very nice on this. I didn't see any dryness. One of them is a little bit split, so it's been taken well care of. And look at these beautiful flowers. Okay, so orchids don't require a lot of watering. You don't want to rot them, and you do have to fertilize them, especially if you want them to rebloom. But it really is very difficult to get them to bloom. I think I need to do a little more research on how to get them to bloom, because it's just so sad when they just sit there with just their leaves, even though their leaves are beautiful. But when you don't see blooms, I feel like the blooms are really the star of the show in the orchid, and it's just, yeah, it's sad when you don't have the blooms. So let me show you where I'm going to be putting the plants, and we'll see what kind of configurations we're gonna do. Looks like it gets afternoon sunlight in here. I did not know that. Alright.
It's not full afternoon, only like when the sun's setting. So if they can handle 1 hour of direct sunlight, then they're fine here.
That's true. It's like 5 o'clock right now. Yeah. Don't worry. I was thinking of maybe lifting them up a little bit, and maybe we'll see. That's a little bit too much over there. Too tight. Let me see. Well, I was thinking of kind of like, no, hold on. Just pretend you're living in a forest.
I am going to be living in a forest.
I think that's the wrong spot. They are too big. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot the, what do you call them? I got saucers for the plants. I totally forgot them in the car.
Did they fly away?
Yeah, maybe. No, you know, I know. If I lift them up on plant, I have an idea. Okay. This is not working out as I expected. I'm gonna try something else to see what can I do to change these. These palms are a little bit gigantic. We'll see what I can do. Maybe I can put them on the sides. Let me try something. I'm gonna try to lift them up a little bit off the ground, see if that would help. I don't know. I don't have very high hopes. That's better. No. Maybe if I take this picture then.
Smell.
No. Oh.
What are you drinking?
Well, I can cut the lower leaves off. But I don't like how it looks like there.
Mama, can I want water?
I have an idea
Yeah?
for them. How about over here? In this room.
Oh, next to the TV.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Something to block the view of the TV.
Alright, my plan for these palms are not working out at all. I'm going to try to put them in a different place in the house and see how that's going to work. If it doesn't work, then I'll probably have to return them and find something else that fits better, because my thought for them was to put them in here in this corner, one on this side and one on that side, but then it's too kind of rainforesty in here. You have the branches, you have these branches touching your head, and that's not what I want. I want us to be comfortable when we sit in here, because I feel like this is a nice sitting space. There's no TV in here, and it's just nice to come here if you just want some quiet time, or if you just have a few friends over and you just want to sit quietly where the kids play by themselves, and the kids play by themselves. So we'll see. I was thinking I would put this orchid over here, but I don't know. I mean, that mirror is going to change, so maybe when I do get a rectangular mirror over here, you're in the mirror. Then that might look better. I don't know. We'll see. Let me try this snake plant over here and see, but it does get some sunlight. I don't know. What if I put, here, let's see. If I put 2 snake plants on each side, or a few tall plants, just a little bit, because these I need some narrow plants. That's what I need. I need, my husband's trying to figure out where to put these palms. One second. I need some narrow plants for these. So I think if I have something like the snake plant, not necessarily the snake plant, another one over here, and put them on a stand. And I wanted to put this begonia over here where this palm is, on a stand right here. I think that would look nice, and I tried it and it did look very nice. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's move this first. And here, I'm gonna put this over here. We do need to hang this picture too.
A picture of more plants.
Of more plants. Yeah, a picture of more plants. This is like New Hampshire over here.
It's what all gardeners struggle with. They love plants and have no place to put them.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think the begonia looks nice over there. Yeah, right? I do like the begonia there. And it looks like it is trailing a little bit. So what I was thinking, I don't have a pot for it right now. I'm just going to take these off. I'm going to take this thing off of the pot and leave it in a spot for now until I get a pot for it. I might have a pot, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to show you where my husband put the plant, one of the palm trees. And don't look at the kitchen, it's messy because I didn't have time to clean up. So we have this entryway over here, and my husband put this palm tree on right here. But I fear that if we do, when we open the door, then what's going to happen is it's just constantly going to get slammed by the door and maybe break the branches that way.
You can cut that one branch off or rotate it.
Or rotate it, yeah. Yeah, but it does look pretty over here. I do like it. He was also suggesting to put them on each side of the TV, so I want to try that out and see. Okay, I got a kid toy over here. I'm gonna take that. Oh, and some snow boots too. Look at that, who knew? Alright. Let's see. That's gonna block it. That is too big over here because
yeah, it's too big.
Yeah, we can't do that. No.
Yep.
All right, maybe we'll put one over there and one over.
Can place it here?
Yeah, on that side over there. Yeah, we'll see. If they don't fit, I'm going to return them. It's not a big deal.
Here, I'll help you.
Oh, thank you.
We'll put it right here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, stop the kids from watching TV.
Playing video games.
Here, we can move this light.
Too big. It's too big.
Is it too big? You're
Hey,
too big.
No, don't do that. Ella.
You
Back
gentle.
away.
Hold on, let me see over here. We have some science experiments going over there. You want me to film you?
Turn it.
You want to see yourself?
To turn it.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I can't really back up that much. I'll have to move that bike out of there. We don't have a lot of space to put our stuff. She plays with these things,
This is
so
the right one for this corner.
yeah. Oh, let me check that one out. Yeah, I mean, it needs some grooming, and this yellow tape over here is kind of. I'm gonna keep it on it for now because I'm not sure. I'm gonna live with it for a few days and then maybe try it out somewhere else. And then if I have to return either both of them or one of them, I'll just do that.
Mama.
There's you. Look. Yeah, this one looks much better over here. It's a little smaller. Eventually, I'm going to have to put these somewhere else because they might grow too big. Or I could just trim the bottom off, trim some of the leaves off if I want to, and just kind of keep it controlled. Orchid, I was thinking of putting it, actually I was thinking in there? I was thinking more in the center. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Mama.
We'll see. I don't know. Because the mirror is going to be over right here, the circle mirror.
Yeah, the mirror's gonna be in the middle, so you don't want it blocking the mirror.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe you're right. Maybe over here is nice. I don't know, but I was thinking of getting some, what are they called? Candle holders or
Yeah, that'd be nice.
for this over here.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot to think about. Anyways, we'll figure it out. I don't know, but it's very beautiful. And it gets enough sunlight in here. I don't know, maybe I keep saying I don't know. That's because I don't know. Hold on, there's a wise crack over here. What are you gonna say?
She reads me so well.
Can I sit on this?
Tip. Think about what plants you want and where you want them before you buy them.
I did think about what plants I want and where I want them before I bought them. It's just they didn't.
It just didn't work out.
Well, I think the orchid is going to work out. It's just I always figure it out.
Here, put it over here.
I just what? No, I like that one over there.
Well, I'm curious.
That one does look nice over there.
I'm
actually.
curious.
Hold on.
Curious. Covering up an ugly.
But it doesn't like a lot of light.
Really? Is this too
Yeah.
much light?
Well, you know what? No, because it only gets like 2 hours of sunlight in the morning.
Okay.
Whoa, what's happening in here? What is happening? The camera's flipping out.
Uh-oh.
It hates me.
Mama.
I don't know. I like that one over there. And it's not going to stay there forever.
Especially when I turn the stove on.
Yeah. Yeah. We still have snow outside. A whole lot of snow. We got like a 1.5 feet about.
Yeah. In the
Of
south,
snow and
in the south, they're doing splits on their bees. And here I don't know if they're still alive.
yeah, last Wednesday. And right now we're what, March 17th, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
So,
is the first day of spring.
is it? Oh,
Teacher said so.
the first day of spring. We're going to have a lot of snow.
19.
All right, so I'm going to now take the plants back to that room, and I'm going to talk about potting these plants, my approach on doing that. So let's go ahead. Okay, change of plans before I take the plants back. So originally I was thinking this snake plant is going to live here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. It looks good here. I like it, and I'm going to take you back to the other room and show you where I think the orchid is going to go. So I think I'm going to end up with the orchid on this side over here. And again, that mirror is going to change. So I think it will probably look good with the mirror that I'm going to put in there. I do like mirrors in the house because they kind of make the rooms look bigger, and this room is a small room. And
they help me see me.
oh, what?
They help me see me.
No comment.
Wow.
So we got the begonia on this side, and this table over here is going to I'm going to get a lamp for it. I saw a beautiful plant at the store, but I wasn't going to get it because it was like $59. That's
Smart move.
expensive.
Not getting it.
All right, so let me bring the plants. Now let me bring the plants and I'll talk to you about my approach on potting plants. Let's talk a little bit about potting plants. So when I buy a plant from the store, I typically don't pot it right away because I want to see how this plant is growing in its soil and what kind of soil it requires, what kind of watering it requires, all that stuff. So I leave it in its pot for at least a month to kind of see all the things about it and figure out whether I need to pot it up or not, or maybe just take the whole thing and just stick it in a pot that's the same size that it's in. Because if it doesn't have a lot of roots on it, then I really don't need to pot it up. Unless the plant looks like it's root bound, where all the roots are just kind of swirling around in the pot, then I don't necessarily need to pot it right away. You can if you want to. There's no harm in that, not that I know, but again, I prefer to not pot it right away. However, if I'm going to keep these palm trees over here, then I think I am going to pot them up. One is that their container is really ugly, but that's not the main reason. I could leave them in there and just stick them in a bigger, like a basket or something like that to make them look pretty. And I don't have to pot them up right away. Like my fiddle leaf fig that I showed you earlier is actually still in the same pot, and I've had it for about 3 years, I think. I don't know. I haven't potted it at all. I didn't feel like I need to. I will check on the soil and see if it is root bound. I can lift it up from its pot and check on its roots, see if I need to pot it up. But it's doing great, and if it still has room to grow, then that's where it's going to stay. I just got a nice basket, stuck it in it, and I fertilize it and water it, and it's doing really good. So it's not necessary to, in my opinion, to pot up plants unless you want to rejuvenate the soil a little bit. With these palm trees, however, you can see the roots coming out of the bottom like that, and out of the sides. They have holes on the sides, and I can see the roots. I'm making more mess. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look at that right there in that hole. So if it's something like that that has roots growing out of the pot, then I would pot it up. But right now I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these or not. I'll have to live with them for a few days and then decide whether I'm going to keep them or not, because they really did not turn out as I expected them to. Even though I do really love these, and I think they would make a great statement on the deck or in the front of the house in the summer, because they are not hardy plants, obviously. These are indoor plants. So we'll see. Alright, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments or maybe some advice on whether I should keep these palm trees or not, or where I can put them, if you have some ideas, let me know. I'm still on the fence of keeping them. I'm not sure. I think I might have to change them for different plants. I saw some peace lilies in there, but my husband is allergic to the pollen in them, and I didn't want to get those. And those are really low light tolerant. I had one many years ago, and I had it in a corner where it barely gets any light, and it stayed in bloom for a really long time. Actually, it just kept blooming forever for years, I felt like. But I had to get rid of it because my husband was allergic to it. Got a fussy toddler. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye. There's one more plant I forgot to show you guys, and that is the green velvet boxwood. I got that plant for a bed I have outside, a flower bed I have outside, and I'll show you that in a different video. I'll show you where I'm going to be putting it. Right now, I gotta go. I'm done, so someone really wants to be with me.